sat here in what essentially amounts to being my office here in Los Angeles. It's a hard life, I know. And I have the challenges of running a business on 8 different countries, soon to be 9, probably be 10 or 11 by the end of this year. I'm behind the rest of the world here in LA. By the time I wake up, half of my business is already clocked off for the day and the other half is winding down. So I wake up to a horrible number of emails. It has an advantage. I mean, it's bad. You wake up and the first thing you do is check your phone. This is not good. It's good in that by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I get a quiet couple of hours, and then of course Asia wakes up. My point is, in order to do what I do, in order to build the business I built, in fact, it doesn't even have to be a multinational business, one needs to be an effective communicator. And that doesn't just mean, of course it's helpful to be articulate and erudite and be able to express yourself accurately, but that's not what I'm really talking about here, as much as what I've learned in all aspects of life: friendships, family relationships, your partner, your children, your business colleagues, people who work for you, people who supply to you. The critical thing that we've got to have, personal trainers, by the way, with clients, and clients with personal trainers, is communication. If there is not an open, free, and honest line of communication where people are not frightened to say, not necessarily say what they think, to say what needs to be said. It's not to say what you think. You don't have to blurt out like an emotionally incontinent 3-year-old whatever comes into your mind. You know, this concept of extreme honesty is not necessarily right for me. I don't want to know what my wife thinks of me all the time. I really don't. I don't want to know what my parents think of me all the time. It's not necessary. I don't need that level of honesty. I don't want that level of honesty. Most of us can't handle it. It's not right. But we have to be honest with ourselves. And we have to be honest in what we want when we're communicating with somebody else. So many things I've made mistakes with in life would have been rectified if I'd communicated better. Now I'm 46, I've learned, but I continue to learn. And the same will go for yourself. And so many mistakes, by the way, would be rectified if we had honest communication within ourselves, if we didn't fool ourselves, if we didn't stick our head in the sand, if we didn't, the equivalent of the bill comes and you go, oh, fucking hell, I don't want to deal with that bill, I'm going to hide it under the sofa, and all of a sudden you've got 20 bills under the sofa. We do that with many things in our life, and it's what we shouldn't do. So, just a quick point, because I'm sat here like a spider in the middle of my cobweb, communicating all over the world, and I wanted to give this message. Communication, self-communication, external communication, it's so important. Think of the person that you've got a misunderstanding with. Think of somebody that you've fallen out with a bit. And think how if you'd communicated better, the pair of you had communicated better, things would have been better. Now think about the things that you haven't quite worked out in your life. Could you have communicated with yourself better? Ask yourself these questions. We're all fallible. We all make these mistakes. We will continue to make these mistakes. But what's really important is to be, I don't want to say self-critical, it's to be honest with yourself. Being self-critical and, slapping yourself about the face all the time isn't right. But being constructive with yourself and going, right, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, and communicating with yourself and having the right internal dialogue, absolutely massive.